Here she is. So how's it going, YouTube? So update with the K24 A4 with the Z rod. As you can see right there, pretty much got the whole motor put together. I was running into some issues with the oiling expander ring because the ones that got sent to me with the pistons, some wasn't working properly. So I ended up just getting another set of rings and just going that route. And then I ended up getting all the rods, pistons and everything hung, and then I stuck it in the block after I checked all the clearances, as you can see in the other video. I was having a little bit of trouble with trying to find timing for the pump, for the oil pump. I couldn't find any information on it. So I ended up purchasing another K-series motor off the internet for relatively nothing. I got the whole motor for like 150 bucks. And of course I needed a lot more parts. I was missing my water pump housing and some other stuff. But I was mainly after the K20 because for some reason, I guess not doing enough research again, I was just under the assumption that the K20 all come with the same type of oil pump as the Type S, but that just wasn't the case. Anyways, after I had tore that, got the other motor tore down, I was getting ready to take the oil pump out of it, pulled the pan off, and come to find out that they got the same type of oil pump. It's just a little bit smaller. So I ended up just stealing the timing marks off of that, and I was able to put the oil pump back in time on the motor that we're building. But so I thought I'd just bring you up to date on what's going on. Everything so far is well and good with this. Right now I'm mocking up the turbo system. So I'm using one of these eBay turbo kits, or not turbo kits, but what I like to do is not buy, I don't know why I said turbo kit, but whatever. What I like to do is just piece turbo kit together off of eBay and Amazon. So working on the turbo kit, so I ended up buying one of these log style manifolds. It really wasn't, it's actually not really in the budget to do one of the Sidewinder. I would love to do a Sidewinder header for it, but it's just the budget's not going to allow that. I really didn't even want to rebuild this motor, honestly. I was just hoping when I bought it that it was just going to need a head gasket and it wasn't going to need all this other crap, and that just wasn't the case. And then the head that I bought, the K24 A2 head that I bought, it had 4 bent valves or 3 bent valves or whatever, and so I ended up having to do some machining on that head to get that head to work. But everything is all good at this point. So what I'm working on right now is trying to get this log manifold fitted up. So here I use some Dicom, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hog this out just in this area. The reason being is I'm gonna try to stay away from what's called boost creep, because I heard these manifolds are notorious for boost creep. Some of the people using them Another thing too is I'm using, I don't know where it is, I'm using a 38 mil gate, external gate. It's going to be mounted down this way. I don't know where it is, somewhere around. Oh, here it is right here. So this is probably a little bit too small as far as gate goes, but we'll have to just, I'm going to try to do some things to try to make this gate work. So it's going to hang right here. And I'm going to try to mock up as much as I can with the motor sitting on the stand like this. I know on the EM2 there's quite a bit of room between the backside of the K and the firewall, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mock everything up and try to fit everything as much as I can before it goes into the car. Another thing too is so here's the wastegate flange, and I'm gonna have to do some trimming up on here, and also I'm gonna have to do some trimming up on the hole for where this fits. Try to get the air to flow instead of hitting like ridges. There's a bunch of ridges and sharp spots, and so I'm gonna have to blend this in. Also, I can't use this V-band flange. I'm gonna have to cut this off and then use the one that the wastegate came with. And then we're just gonna open this up so that there's enough flow into the turbo, so when it gets to that point where it starts backing up, that I might actually go in here and kind of because there's quite a bit of meat on this thing. There's actually a lot of. Pretty much gonna run this turbo. It's a cheap turbo. It's nothing like exotic or anything like that. I think it's a Maxpeeding rod. So pretty much Chinese turbo. Yeah, Maxpeeding rod. It's supposed to be equivalent to a GT35, but I highly doubt that. I mean, it's got a 4-inch inlet and a 2.5 inch outlet on the cold side. And I can't remember exactly what the measurements are on the exhaust side, but it's pretty small. I mean, it's nothing. The thing that should be cool about it is that it will come up on boost pretty quick because the housing is pretty small, and I think that's going to work good with this. With me using the stock pump, stock wall pump. If we were using the Type S oil pump, I think I would have to change this exhaust housing out and probably get a bigger exhaust housing so it come in a little bit late. Even I've seen some people boost just the regular k24 A4 motor without doing all the stuff I did, and they're squeezing 250 to 300 out of those motors with no problem on low boost. So I think this should relatively be a pretty decent little ripper. But usually when you get this cheap stuff, you've got to do some finessing. So I actually have to go down here and grind this out, like hog this out right here, so that I can get a wrench in here, because as it sits right now, I started to tighten this up, and if I ever have to take this off in the car, it's going to be extremely hard to get a wrench up in here to take this off. So the good thing about this cast manifold, you can go in here and it looks like you can take out material if you have to or you need to. So I think that's what I'm going to do right here. Is I'm just going to go in there and take out some of that material, and then of course I'm going to have to clean all this stuff up and then clean the ports up and stuff, and then also to the waste. Okay, everybody, so got some of the turbo stuff done. Got the wastegate mounted up, and just kind of getting things squared away as far as so when I get it in the car, it's not going to be such a pain in the butt to put the turbo system. But I still got to figure out. I got to figure out this line right here. I'm assuming that this is probably an the oil setting unit. If anybody knows the oil setting unit, just leave a comment below. I mean, I'm probably gonna find out. I'll probably figure it out anyway, but I'm assuming this is the oil setting unit. So I'm thinking I'm gonna tap in right here, and then I'm just gonna use a line to come back here. And then I already did my return line off of the tank, so I'm probably gonna run this up here. I'm not sure if I have the fittings for the, well, I'm not sure if I have those fittings or not, but I'll have to search around on my stuff and see if I have any more. The wastegate's gonna come around. I had to cut the that flange off. I don't know what I do with that flange. Somewhere over here. I might have threw it in the trash already. I had to cut the flange off that was right here, and then I ended up just welding welding the one that came with this wastegate, because this is a 38 mil wastegate. So I ended up just welding that on there for right now. I'm still waiting for my gaskets to show up, and then I'm waiting for this piece right here that goes on the back of the turbo. That bolts to the, it's like a V-van type flange, so it bolts here with the whatever this is, 4-bolt provision thing, and then it comes out to, I think, about right here. But I think if I run it close to the manifold and then right next to the wastegate and then kind of dump it down this way, I think it'll be all right. Everything should fit in the car, at least this part right here. So I'm just gonna keep chugging and lugging along on this. This is one of those things. It's just got to keep going, figure things out as you go. Anyways, this is Dave with D&E Performance coming to you from the garage, and thanks for tuning in. If you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell for the notifications and all that other stuff, and I'll keep you guys posted. I'll see you on the flip. Talk to you later.